Everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Nets in Brooklyn. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Brandon Ingram's out there with Jackson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Edwards. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players, do they approach these early season games any differently than a game in, say, April?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I think you're still not in tip-top shape. You're still trying to figure out any additions to the roster that have been made in the offseason, and you're trying to find your own personal rhythm as to how this season is going to get started. So the approach for sure early on in the season is different than when you get to springtime.
Here is Edwards. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Edwards looking it over. Misses the three. Leonard against Ingram. For three, Covington. And it's Ingram with the rebound. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Three-pointer. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
Westbrook passes to Covington. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Edwards, that's good.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Now here's Brunson. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He misses the free throw.
Shooting for the Olympic, Kessler.
And he's good on the second. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Zubac's a screen on Brunson. Westbrook against Brunson. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Edwards. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Covington. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Now here's George. The shot, no good. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now Edwards. And Brunson has it in the corner. And he comes up with the deuce.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. So both teams making some changes here. And a whole season still ahead of us. But it's well worth seeing how the updated power rankings shake out. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. And they have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Well, there's an underrated scoring aspect to Norman Powell and what he can do. He can drive, get inside, or he can knock down the jumper. That's a tough cover.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league, and he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
Now here's Powell. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. Powell. That one's not going to go. Bridges with some nice defense. Banchero passes to Portis. Now, here's Banchero. He's tightly guarded, and he banks in the layup.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
Now the pass to Leonard. Gets an open look and hits. Leonard's got 8 points. Leonard's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Portis the screen. Fires top of the key. Reeves gets the bucket.
Now what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Highland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Plumlee with a screen on Halliburton. Pass to Leonard. Over Banchero. And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 5. And will... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
We've got Banchero. He's out there with Bobby Portis. Bridges out there with Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Reeves in at the 2 spot.
Savvy move by Halliburton. Sees opportunities so quickly for a young player.
Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, I'm still shocked. Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12th. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college, and that scared some teams away. But, boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. Here's Bridges. After the Clippers pick up 2. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 5.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
The 3 ball. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's George, following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Left side, George. No good from the wing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Outside Portis. Bridges, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And here's George for 3. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Here's Reeves. 5 points in the game. Halliburton for 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Now, here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Portis. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining.
Bridges attacking. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. No good from outside. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 10. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Russell Westbrook just out there and focused, trying to find ways in which he can help out his team to secure any win.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Ivica Zubac. Mann subbed in for George. Jackson a screen on Westbrook. Leonard with the steal. Poke loose. Passes it to Westbrook. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Comes up empty down low.
And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr. it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year vote.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. From 12 feet out. Los Angeles with another miss.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Leonard with the steal. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Ingram outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
They grabbed their own miss. Covington off target at the rim.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Covington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Edwards fires from way outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Okay, David, much appreciated.
Welcome, everyone. It's a luxury to have this kind of scoring off the bench. Those guys come in, understand their roles. And let's take a moment to shift gears. And that'll do it for halftime.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Clippers trail by 11. And here's Leonard. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in this game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off his shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Now here's Westbrook going inside, and that one is good.
Westbrook examining the defense, sees the crack, and explodes right through it.
Ingram outside. Leonard with the steal, and now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up, and the shot goes in. Leonard's got 10.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
Brunson, the bounce pass. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. And Leonard has it in the corner. From deep. It's hauled in by Edwards. 90 seconds now into the second half. Leonard against Ingram. Releases. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, when Ingram is this aggressive offensively, the refs notice it too.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
And while it took Brandon Ingram some time, he has really turned into an incredible player.
He's an amazing scorer. He's adding that ability to pass the ball and see the floor. So often you hear about players talking about the game slowing down. Well, for Ingram, it's getting to a snail's pace.
Here's Highland. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. 8 points for him.
Oh, George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
Brunson finds Jackson. Shoots over Covington. And Covington sends it back. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
When you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
An efficient scorer. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Portis kicks to Bridges. Portis sets the pick for Bridges. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bridges has got 5 now.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Mann's checked in for the Clippers. And here's Covington from the arc. Bridges with the board. Covington's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Reeves, guarded by Powell. Pulls up. And too long on the shot. Clippers trail by 11. Inside. Here's Covington, and the layup's good off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The pass to Reeves. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the drive. Tries again. Here's Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You can count on Bobby Portis being in there, in the muck, trying to help out, grabbing those rebounds.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Here's Highland. 8 points for him. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. 11 points in the game.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And it's Halliburton missing. The Clippers trail. Here's Mann. No good on that one. Great D that time from Portis. Banchero with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Banchero with the ball. He's against Gordon. Halliburton passes to Bridges. Plumlee with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Powell, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there. Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Here's Mann. The layup off target. The third quarter comes to a close. They lead by 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Banchero out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Reeves in a shooting guard. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Halliburton kicks to Banchero. Over Leonard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, Powell with it. Oh, good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
There's Portis. Pass to Reeves. Powell pulls it in. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Zubac. Outside George. Clock at 6. Powell, no one around him. It's good from long range.
Good play by Powell. Just a strong field to take the 3 that time.
Powell's gone 1 of 3 from three-point land. Halliburton passes to Reeves. Here's Bridges. Pass to Reeves. Halliburton outside. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Halliburton using his length and getting in the lane.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Stolen by Jackson. Stolen by George. Right side Westbrook. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Ingram. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Here's Brunson. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Brunson kicks to Ingram. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Ingram missing. Westbrook with it. Brunson picks him up. Westbrook against Brunson. And the layup falls.
And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
Edwards passes to Ingram. Out to Edwards. George with the defensive effort. Here's Los Angeles now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And Leonard has it in the corner. A miss that time would have put him up.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat-out effort is not there. Fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
And there's the pass to Ingram. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the improvement has been remarkable from Brandon Ingram, including how he steps to the plate in huge stretches.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 5. 54 seconds left in the game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep them focused.
Thank you, David. Oh, here's Edwards. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Sure. Right side, Covington.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities, part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 17 seconds left to play here in the 4th. What do you think, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
"17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 5 on the clock. Leonard, no luck. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.